Just when you think you can breathe again, another Amber Alert. Another child missing. Possibly more. Just when you think you can breathe again. Little Major Harris is next on our list. And I'm not telling his story because it's the newest one. Because I'm sure, based on the statistics, that more than Major went missing this day. Excuse me. But I said before, and I'll say it again, I follow my heart. And I've been seeing his name popping up in the timeline here and there, which is very, very good. But, well, we've just been really busy. So tonight was the first time I got to really hear his story. And it's really sad. I mean, it's heartbreaking. First, his mom is murdered. Maybe right in front of him. We don't know. And then he's kidnapped. But God knows who. We don't know where he is. We don't know how he's doing. And when I try to imagine, I just want to cry. So I fight the tears to try to share his story. And based on what I learned tonight, there's a father out there desperately pleading for somebody to say something. That's nice to see. I hate to say it, but it's nice to see a parent that cares. So, if he happens to be in your area, if you're in his area, or wherever you are in this world, take a good look at Major Harris. And I'm going to share with you what I learned tonight. And I think you'll understand this tone in my voice that I can't shake. Shouts out to Chris Thorns. Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention, there was a suspect. There have been some arrests, but the suspect that you saw in the Amber Alert killed himself. So, yeah. We have a homicide, a kidnapping, and a suicide.
How y'all doing? My plea to the community is just whoever has any knowledge of my son or like know anything, I'm tired of the tips. I'm tired of the waiting. It's been too long. It's too long. It's just been too long. It's been too long. It's been too long, and I'm afraid. So if my son, just please, I pray to God, y'all just bring my son, let him come home. Let me come get my son, please. I thank the city of Milwaukee for the people who've been helping me search diligently. But at the same time, so much time has passed, I'm getting angry.
Washington County, did they tell you any of that?
No, they haven't. I saw the news one morning, they had dogs galloping through the grass. I don't know where y'all got that footage from because I ain't seen a dog. So a lot of stuff that, like, everybody knows, that was my heart. And it still is. So I'm asking the community, I'm asking the people to please help me find my son.
What is the community's response to this whole situation?
Actually, the people, the community, they have been helping me. Because a lot of stuff, I don't know my way around Milwaukee. So a lot of stuff that, like, places in different locations, I wouldn't know if it wasn't for the people in Milwaukee. So I can honestly say, that's who's working on this case. I feel like that's who's working on my son's case. I feel like the community care. But I also feel like that this police department, they're negligent. They could have did more. Can't nobody tell me they couldn't.
Did they tell you that they were searching in Dodge County, Washington County? Did they tell you any of that?
No, they haven't. I saw the.
If y'all haven't, can y'all please get the likes up for your boy? Appreciate you.
I don't know where y'all got that footage from because I ain't seen a dog gallop through the grass since I've been here. Yeah, they told me what was found in the vehicle. They said they found blood in the vehicle. They took my DNA, and now I'm awaiting to see if the blood matches. Washington Park and other areas, really searching Milwaukee.
You guys get a chance at Washington Park, which is where the little boy was? Or?
A lot of people have been saying it, and like my advocate, he been on top of everything. So, like I said, we're going to try to search Washington Park and search wherever else we have to, you know, and follow certain tips that we feel like that we basically we're going to do what the police are supposed to do. What they doing, I'm not going to say they're not, but I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
But you did meet with them, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Was that just to give them your DNA?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. They called you there to ask you that, but not to share.
They briefed me yesterday morning for a period of time. That's when I found out about the blood in the truck. So,
But they didn't tell you if Major was out the one that day.
All right. Thank y'all for the question. We got Danielle Harris, our auntie. She wants to say a few words to the public.
Hi, as he introduced me, I am Danielle Harris. I'm not his auntie, I'm his cousin. But I came here all the way from Minnesota just to give my love and support for my cousin and to cry out to bring Major home. That's all any of us want here, is to bring Major home safely. So that's my cry out to the public and the police and everybody. Just help us bring Major home. Whatever tips you guys have or anything, if you want to give them anonymously, whatever, just help us bring Major home. Let us know, you know, something. Give us a clue on something. We've hit a dead end, a brick wall. Just please help us bring Major home safely.
Did you say your cousin? Or?
Yes, I'm Carter's cousin.
Would you mind saying your name for us?
Danielle. BANIELLE, Harris, HARR.
And we have another family member, close friend to the family, Tay Fisher.
Yeah, I'm
The man hurt.
just
He hurt.
long time friend. You know, I've been around him since he was 2 years old, and I'm just asking the community to help us, you know, get my nephew home safely. And you know, I like the way the community tried to, a couple of people from the community come together and try to help us do that. We like to, you know, I'd give a shout out to everybody that's, you know, that's doing everything about, you know, doing their part. So, you know, let's bring our cousin home and our baby home. And I just want everybody to understand and put yourself in this situation, you know, and think about how we feel. And if y'all know any information about it, you know, just put yourself in a situation and go from there, you know. I don't have much to say about it, but, you know, pray for it.
Would you also mind spelling it for me, sir?
DONTAE, Fisher.
All right, well, there'll be a search party at Washington Park starting at 1 o'clock. We're going to look through, people been saying we should check the park. We're just going to do it at whatever we can today. There's a couple other areas we may stop and look at through the tips, but we urging everybody in the community to get out, check garages, check duck-off areas, and look for us. I mean, we may not, we don't have to be together all in one space, but if everybody could just walk down the alleys, look through abandoned houses, garages, that'll help with this search. And I appreciate y'all for coming out today.
If you guys have another update, post on.
Most definitely. God bless you.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you.
That man is hurt and broken. And I don't blame him. I can just imagine, man. Anyway, guys, I've sent this article right here, and according to one of the neighbors, something was off Friday night. That they say something was off. So we're gonna see what was going on, and what did the neighbors do since they said something was off? Did they do anything, or did they just look at it and say, "Oh, what the hell"? You know, y'all see the title. What? Well, maybe I don't have to read. Let's see.
19's Hometown Conversations on WXOW.com.
Has been missing since Thursday. His mother was found dead last week in Milwaukee, and on Sunday, Milwaukee police say the man believed to be responsible for her death appears to have taken his own life. With Major and his mother being from Onalaska, local authorities are sharing more about their investigation. And today, News 19's Marcus Arsvold spoke with Chief Charles Ashbeck. Marcus, they've confirmed that Major and his mother, Mallery Muenzenberger, lived in an apartment in Onalaska. Did their search of that apartment turn up anything?
Well, since the investigation into Mallory's death and her missing child is still active, Chief Ashbeck couldn't say much, but he did say the search was helpful. They lived in an apartment on the corner of Quincy and 6th Avenue in Onalaska. It's across the street from the community center and not far from the school. Chief Ashbeck hopes that sharing this information might inspire people who live in the neighborhood or the area to call 911 if they know anyone who might know where Major is.
We're operating on the possibility that Mallery maybe left Major with somebody while she went to Milwaukee or something, anywhere between here and Milwaukee. So if anybody, you know, is watching this child and just happens to turn on the news now, you know, get a hold of your local authorities and alert us to, you know, that you have Major.
Black hair, and officials say he was...
It was a lot of screaming, it was yelling, it was just a little kid just yelling. No parent telling him to shut up or calm down or taking care of him. So I thought it was weird, so I just put in my headphones. But when I took them off later that night, there was no yelling, there was nothing, and it seemed like every day.
Lopez shared what she heard with the police on Saturday. Dustin, she says she lives in the apartment above Mallory's. Lopez moved in about 6 months ago and has seen Major and Mallory in passing but hasn't ever spoken with them. She, of course, hopes he's found safely as soon as possible.
As we all do. Thanks, Marcus. And again, if you see Major, you're asked to call 911, or if you can, the non-emergent information. If you have that to share, you can call that number for the Onalaska Police Department. That's 608-781-9550.
We are going on a family vacation.
Damn, you had somebody right there. They could have possibly called the police, but they didn't. Damn.
And we begin, though, with this breaking news of that Amber Alert, a big development in the search for a missing 3-year-old. Right now, the child, Major Harris, is still missing. The man suspected of abducting him and killing his mother, Jaheim Clark, is now dead.
Let's bring in our Andrea Albers. She's live this morning at Police District 7 with details on where police found Clark and the latest on his search for that missing 3-year-old. Andrea?
Good morning to you both. As we start a brand new week, the big question this morning is, where is 3-year-old Major Harris? Now, here's what we do know. Milwaukee police say the boy's mother was found dead Thursday morning with what they call obvious signs of trauma. The suspect in the mother's homicide, Jaheim Clark, was found dead himself on Sunday afternoon in Milwaukee. Police had thought that the missing boy may have been with Clark, but as you heard, still this morning, no signs of the missing 3-year-old. And we do want to give you a little bit more information about the death of Jaheim Clark. Milwaukee police say officers got a tip that Clark was in a home on North 31st Street near Custer. That was Sunday afternoon. Shortly after arriving, around 4 o'clock, officers heard 2 gunshots from inside. When they got inside that home, they found Jaheim Clark with an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. But police say there was no sign of Major Harris. The little boy and his mother are from the La Crosse area, which is about 3 hours from Milwaukee. It's not clear this morning why they traveled to Milwaukee or what the relationship was between Mallery Muenzenberger, the mother, and Jaheim Clark. Again, here's what you need to know this morning. The 3-year-old is still missing, and police are asking for your help to find him. Here's something else to keep in mind. This is the car police have been looking for in connection to the Amber Alert for Major Harris. It has also not been found. It's a black 2008 Chevy Equinox with Wisconsin license plate ABE 2804. Coming up this morning in the next half hour, you'll hear from the boy's father, who is now in Milwaukee joining the search for his little boy. He says he's frustrated knowing that he is likely in danger. Reporting live in Milwaukee, Andrea Albers, TMJ4 News.
Andrea, thank you. A couple minutes after 6. Now, as you may know, Amber Alerts are not issued for all missing children. Here's a little bit more on how that process works. Amber Alerts are issued for abducted children who meet certain criteria. In Wisconsin, a child must be 17 or younger. The child must be in danger of serious bodily harm or death, and officials must have enough descriptive information about the child and the suspect before an alert is sent out. Amber Alerts are not issued for children who are believed to have run away, or in many cases for family abductions, unless the child's life is in danger.
Now, searchers took advantage of the crowds downtown tonight to spread the word about missing 3-year-old Major Harris. They were handing out this flyer through the Deer District just 3 days after an Amber Alert was issued for that little boy. He still has not been seen.
Community volunteers spent the afternoon searching for little Major for a second day in a row. They combed through Havens Woods State Forest near where the vehicle involved in the Amber Alert was located. Police took questions from reporters about the case for the first time today. Stephanie Haynes is live with where things stand tonight. Stephanie.
Steve and Shannon, Milwaukee police have searched multiple places in the city. They've also searched some spots in Washington and Dodge counties. At this point, they say there is no active police search investigation going on right now, but that could change if someone comes forward with any clue as to where little Major is. 3 days have gone by since an Amber Alert went out for 3-year-old Major Harris. Family and investigators are begging for more help.
knowing that my baby is out there and he might be hurt and his mother is deceased and I'm all he has left.
As a law enforcement official, as a father, I'm bothered that we have not found little Major yet.
Major was last seen near 37th and Clark, where on Thursday, his mother, Mallery Muenzenberger, was found dead with gunshot wounds. Mallery is from the La Crosse area, and police say they were able to get a hold of her family on Saturday. And that's when family said, "Where's Major?"
It was not known to the Milwaukee Police Department that Mallery was in the company of her 3-year-old son, Major Harris. This became known to us after we notified Mallery's family of her death.
Police say Mallery and Jaheim Clark were at least acquaintances. Clark was found dead inside a home Sunday. Police say he shot himself.
I am confident to say that we could consider Jaheim Clark a suspect in her death.
Police said they found blood in Mallory's car. They also say they have surveillance video that could show who put the car there and when. Meantime, volunteers have been searching Havenwood State Forest and other areas nearby. Major's father, Carlton, says he's grateful for everyone's help.
Because I wouldn't know how to get around. Nothing here trying to find my son. So I thank y'all. I love y'all for that.
Milwaukee Police say if you have been in contact with Jaheim Clark from October 9th through October 17th, please give them a call or call Crime Stoppers at 224-TIPS. Live in Milwaukee, Stephanie Haynes, TMJ4 News.
Stephanie, thank you. And here is another look at that missing 3-year-old boy, Major Harris. Now, he's 3 feet tall, weighs about 40 pounds. He has this small scratch on his right cheek. He was last seen wearing a dark blue t-shirt and a navy blue Nike basketball shorts. Again, share this photo. You can get this photo off of our TMJ4 News Facebook page.
And now we just wait. You know the routine. Hoping, wishing, praying. With one simple question in mind. When we find him, will it be a rescue or a recovery?
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Natalie Shepard.
I'm Jessa Breisbeck, the Milwaukee Police Department, making the announcement this afternoon after days of searching.
It sparked agony and outrage as dozens of people flocked to the scene to mourn the boy who had last been seen on Thursday. CBS 58's Adam Reif is live outside police headquarters to break down these new developments. Adam?
Natalie, Jessup, good evening. Carlton Harris, his friends and family, and so many concerned strangers starting the day hopeful they would find Major Harris or at least new information in the case. By mid-afternoon, that days-long search was over. Information still elusive, but for so many people, the pain is just setting in.
Our community is suffering. Too many times this has happened.
Dozens of searchers, professionals and amateurs alike, ignoring the rain Thursday as they searched again for 3-year-old Major Harris now 1 full week after he was last seen alive. They started searching near 33rd and Hadley. Then MPD got what it called an investigative lead and headed several blocks north to an alley near 35th and Rohr. There they recovered the body of Major Harris. Police offered few details about that lead or how Harris was located, citing the ongoing investigation, but insisted the department utilized every available resource to find Major.
We are constantly 24/7 working on leads, working with our community, working with our different partners, ensuring that this was not going to be taken lightly in regards to the urgency and the need in this.
The sad realization the search was over caused immediate pain.
I know everybody's hurt. Is hurting, and my condolences to the family.
And anger.
So especially when it's involving a child, a defenseless child, you're going to get that emotion. You're going to get that type of fervency.
But the director of the Office of Violence Prevention says the community's efforts were not in vain.
This is a difficult situation because I think we were all hopeful that Major was still alive, but
until we know different, I believe keep hope.
But that was of little comfort to the dozens of people expressing their grief near where Major's body was found. Dozens of people rushed to 35th and Rohr just as police officers were taking down tape and leaving the scene. Carlton Harris wanted to see his son. His family and the community wanted answers. All of them would be disappointed. After police left, tearful mourners lingered at the scene, unsure what to do.
Some of us don't know what to do. You hear me? Some of us, we want to go and shoot the gun. Some of us, we want to retaliate.
But anger shifted to grief as a prayer circle formed and the long and painful road to healing began.
Our prayers gonna bring this family together closer. Amen. Our prayers is gonna wake up the neighborhood. Our prayers gonna start right here with us.
You saw a lot of people there hugging at the end of that story amongst that prayer circle. The group gathered wanted to make sure that they ended on a positive note, and just as importantly, that the community saw some good come from this. But it does not belie the justified pain and anger for a lot of people right now as this investigation now shifts into answering
Breaking news, a father overcome with grief after learning about the death of his missing 3-year-old son.
Police recovered the body of Major Harris this afternoon near 35th and Rohr. Investigators tell 12 News his body was found in a container near some garbage cans. That location is several blocks north of 37th and Clark, where police discovered the child's mother dead 1 week ago today. And of course, we have live team coverage of this breaking story. We begin with Derek Rose.
Yeah, Toya, you mentioned off the top, family's heartbreak. It really is a community's heartbreak, as we have seen here today with the news of Milwaukee Police detectives and search teams finding the body of Major Harris here in this alley along between 35th and 36th and Rohr. We're told that his body was in a storage-type container. You mentioned the emotion that we saw from the boy's father. Let's show you some video that we had just a little bit earlier today as the father and other relatives were coming up to this particular scene where police found Major Harris, and it was very emotional. I heard him saying, "Where's my son? Just take me to my son." And after police had left this area, a lot of people started to descend in on the area where Major Harris was found. They gathered in a circle, they held a prayer and embraced one another. And I talked to one of the gentlemen who helped lead that impromptu vigil here for Major Harris about the message he wanted to send to Major's family and the entire Milwaukee community.
We're not supposed to be burying our children. As we all know, our children are supposed to be burying us as life goes on and the legacy continues through them. So this is about sending the word out to families. This is about sending the word out to our judicial system, to our justice system, to our criminal system. That it's time for a restructuring, it's time for a gutting out, it's time for just a redoing of everything.
And that is Dante Jordan, one of the people who held that impromptu vigil here for Major Harris this afternoon. Just to give you an idea of where this location is in connection to other locations from this investigation, we're between 35th and 36th and Rohr, and we understand this is near the same location where police found the suspect in this disappearance dead just a few days ago. Toya?
Derek, thank you.
Police spent most of today searching the area near 35th and Center, just south of where the boy's body was found. That's where 12 News' Nick Bohr joins us now live. Nick?
Right, Patrick, and we were out here throughout the afternoon here, and there were literally dozens of police officers all around this area at 35th and Center. They were joined by dozens of community members as well, going through the area, looking under mattresses, going door to door, asking people if they'd seen anything. And there was a real sense of optimism that maybe they'd finally gotten some leads that would lead to the discovery of Major and that he would be okay. But then a short time later, we heard some commotion and saw the father of Major Harris right after he got this terrible news. And there were a lot of officers in the area already, but as you heard, they responded there as well. The family, his family and others there saying that they felt police could have done more sooner to try to help and try to find him sooner. Moments later, we got the official word from the chief.
With a heavy heart, I'd like to pass that we have found Major Harris, unfortunately deceased, at North 35th Street in West Rohr. This is an ongoing investigation. This is something that is very fluid at this time. My heart and my condolences out to the family. And again, I'd like to remind that this is still an ongoing and very fluid investigation.
And that was a continuing theme from the chief. I asked him if they knew how long Major had been where he was found. The chief saying that he didn't know yet. They couldn't say yet. It was still part of the ongoing investigation. I also asked him about that criticism from the family that they could have been searching sooner, had a large-scale search like this sooner. He said as soon as we had actionable information on where to search, they were here. They were in Dodge County. They were in Washington County trying to follow leads. He said they did what they could on the information they had and that they all hoped this would end much differently. Toya.
All right, Nick Bohr reporting live. Nick, thank you. Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett released a statement just minutes ago. It reads, "I share the sadness people throughout Milwaukee feel with the death of Major Harris, and I offer condolences to his family. Thank you to the police, other city officials, and citizens who have worked to find Major. Our prayers for justice and peace."
Before I could even upload this video, there was an update. Little Major Harris has been found deceased. He was discarded in an alley in a storage-type container. So we have a recovery. Why does this keep happening? What in the world happened here? An out-of-town trip. Mom is shot to death. We don't know the cause of death for Major yet. The suspect shot himself. Will we ever even know what really happened? And why these people had to lose their lives? Especially this innocent 3-year-old. Surely there were other options for this baby. But I am telling his story. Not mine. Not my version of it. And this is how it ends. In an alley. In a storage container. God rest his soul. God rest his mother's soul. And may that suspect burn in hell. My God. I'll see you in the comments, beautiful people.